What up, y'all? Welcome to the YouTube channel, Real Advantage Productions. I go by Poz B. Two great things about me: I'm a cool guy, number one. Number two, I stand by what I say. I try to do what I say I'm going to do. Dependable. I'm a dependable dude. That's number two. Like I said, I'm Poz B. This is Real Advantage Productions. And I got something I want to talk to y'all about today. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all. So I want to talk about Rosci. You guys remember Rosci from 106 in Park? It was Terrence and Rosci, 106 in Park. I remember those guys. But Rosci has a podcast now on YouTube. It's called More to the Story Podcast with Rosci Diaz. So I checked her out about 3 days ago. She was at 2,800 subscribers. As of October 11th, 2024, she was at 2,800,000 subscribers. Her latest video was with Bow Wow, Mr. 106 in Park himself, Little Bow Wow. She posted that story, and on the 13th of October, she was at 4,000 subscribers. So Bow Wow's still a big hitter, definitely. Her channel's just started. I think she has like 6 videos up. I think she's been going at it for about a month and a half, 2 months, something like that, and she's already at 4,000 subscribers. Well, that's what celebrity would do for you. Actually, to tell you the truth, I would think she'd be even higher than that. But she's doing pretty good. 4,000 subscribers in 2 months, 2 months or less, not too bad at all. It's taking me, I got 2,000 subscribers right now, and that's taking me about 5 years. So 4,000 in 2 months ain't too bad. But anyway, yeah, she did an interview with Bow Wow. You should check it out. It's pretty cool. It was called Bow Wow on being Mr. 106 in Park, staying grounded in the wild industry. And I guess you can say that about Bow Wow. We don't hear no crazy stuff about Bow Wow, about him doing crazy stuff with girls and about him getting arrested and police and all that sort of stuff. Bow Wow's been pretty grounded, so he's a pretty chill guy. They did get into talking about P. Diddy and that stuff. When we heard Bow Wow's comments, Bow Wow did admit he was at some of the parties. So good interview. Of course, they talked about 106 in Park. And Bow Wow used to be a host of 106 in Park, and he was Mr. 106 in Park, the most frequent guest. So of course he talked about that. It was mentioned in the interview that Bow Wow doesn't like to say names. So some of the people they were talking about, they weren't saying their name or they weren't saying their full name, and it was kind of confusing a little bit, to tell you the truth. Some of it I kind of caught on to it, who they were talking about, but it took me a minute to figure it out. Like one time Rosci kept talking about Chris. She said, "How's your relationship with Chris?" And I didn't really connect the dots on that. It took me a minute to figure it out. Actually, Bow Wow helped me figure it out. He said it one time during the interview. He said Brown, and then I said, "Okay, Chris Brown." So okay, I get it now. But yeah, it was kind of funny how they weren't saying people's full names. They would just say Chris. You have to figure that out. A couple of times they did that. Some of them I never figured out who they was talking about. And some of it, they kind of let it out the bag. Like, when Bow Wow said Brown, I got it. And, I like Chris Brown. Chris Brown's from VA. I'm from Virginia. Chris Brown's from Virginia. Of course, we know Chris Brown got into stuff with Rihanna. But other than that, well, no, Chris Brown's been in the news a little bit. So we can't really say he's calm and chill. Chris Brown has been in the news. And not just with Rihanna, there's been I've heard some stories about Chris Brown. Yeah, it was an interesting interview. I was just excited and stoked to see Rosci back on the scene. I used to like I said, I was a big fan of 106 in Park. You guys remember 106 in Park? I used to watch, definitely the Freestyle Fridays.